I'm Bishop John Boissonneau, Auxiliary Bishop of the Archdiocese of Toronto, and I have responsibility for the Western Pastoral Region, which includes the Dufferin Peel Catholic Separate School Board. Well, first of all, we have to understand mercy. The Pope invites us to understand mercy and to witness to mercy. And I think the Church very well witnesses to mercy. In our parishes, we do the works of mercy, feeding the hungry, instructing the ignorant, caring for the homeless, visiting prisoners. Schools enter into those types of ministries as well. And they could always be better, they could always be more deeper, they could always be more involved. But I think we do a very good job of witnessing to mercy. We have to understand mercy more deeply in order to witness to it more effectively. And the first thing is to remember that mercy doesn't mean everything's okay. It doesn't mean ignore that there is the destructiveness of sin in our world. The Pope is the first to say, I'm a sinner, but I met the mercy of God. Jesus called out to everyone who he extended mercy. He first told them the truth, that they were hurting, they had pains, they had vulnerabilities, they had wounds, they had failures. And recognizing that in truth, then they're open to God's mercy. So I think that's one of the important things that we have to do, is understand that mercy and truth are together. And we have a responsibility in God's love and hope to proclaim the truth of God's mercy to others as a school board, to witness in the world. Sometimes, most times, our witness is countercultural. And so we have to be very aware of when we're going against the culture and why, predominantly because it's the truth of Jesus. And I think we have to keep coming back to the person of Jesus. Otherwise, the center of our Catholic education doesn't exist. We have our faith is centered in Jesus. Our faith in the mercy of God is centered in Jesus. And so the more connected, focused, and in love with Jesus that we are, the more Catholic education will be effective. We just be ourselves. In Catholic education, you just be a Catholic educator. You follow the mandate of Jesus Christ. That's what Catholic education is. Fundamentally, it's meeting Jesus Christ. We often talk about gospel values, but I don't know what a gospel value is. I know what a Jesus Christ value is. And I think that's how we present ourselves, with that faith and that perspective. And live that. Live in that diversity of our faith and in the productivity of our good works, and with the confidence that the Lord is in charge. And that seems to me very fundamental, that we have to be ourselves, and not adjust our message, but be ourselves and let the Lord be the Lord. Hope is not optimism. Hope is the bigger picture, that God is at work. If we're women and men of hope, it means that we have a fundamental trust that God is in charge. I think that's what gives Pope Francis his joy. He sees all the pain, he sees all the disasters, and he feels them very deeply. And yet he still is a man of joy, because he knows God is at work. And so to be a person of hope means to fundamentally trust that God is in charge, that God is active in our midst. Even when we don't see it, it's the bigger picture that we're hoping for. And obviously in education, any formation, it's the bigger picture that you got to keep in mind.